I don't always buy comics on Amazon, but when I do, it's because I have gift cards. So let's see what's in this box. What's up, guys? BJ Kicks here. I buy comics, I read them, and I review them, all for your viewing pleasure. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. Now, if you like seeing comic unboxings and reviews and everything in between, you should definitely hit the subscribe button, then tap that bell icon so that you're notified when I post new videos. I'm still on a streak. My streak is still going. One video every day, but we'll see how long this lasts. But you need to make sure you have those notifications on, just in case I fall off. You need a reminder to take a look at what we got here. So, speaking of what we got, I got 2 boxes from Amazon's. Just one Amazon, the company. 2 boxes from Amazon here. Now, it's rare that I order comics from Amazon just because Amazon's packaging is notoriously bad. Like, for example, look at this. I don't know if you can even see this, but that's a hole. That's a hole in the side of the box. And stuff like that happens more often than not. I've seen the horror stories in the community. You order something, especially if it's an omnibus, it just comes all dinged up. But one of the perks about working in corporate America is corporate America tends to reward you with random things. So I got random gift cards last week, and it just happened to line up with my birthday. And it was great because if you guys have been paying attention, you know I had a lot of omnibus orders canceled by distributors in December. So still making up those orders, getting stuff in, and I didn't even have to pay for these. These 2 were courtesy of my employer. So shout out to you guys, even though I would never say your name on YouTube. So anyway, normally I would do like the top-down view and all that and show off how great the packaging was, but we know that's not going to be the case here on Amazon. So I'm just going to slice these open and show you what we got. So we'll start with the box on the left. And boom. Okay. Gotta love Amazon. There's literally no bubble wrap, no nothing. It's just, you know what? I'm going to show you. It's just a box with a book in it. So, it's the reason I can't just recommend you getting comics on Amazon. Although, I will say, this one's not damaged. I don't see any dings or anything. But this is Wolverine Goes to Hell, the Omnibus by Jason Aaron. This is the 2nd volume of Jason Aaron Wolverine stories. This collects Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine 1 through 6, Wolverine 1 through 20 from the 2010 series, and 300 to 304, X-Men Schism 1 through 5, and material from Wolverine The Road to Hell, #1, written by Jason Aaron, illustrated by Adam Kubert, and a bunch of others. So, from what I understand, this is a pretty good standalone Wolverine story. I don't have to worry about like getting volume 1 of Jason Aaron's run or the one that comes after this, which is good because those are both out of print. But I got this one on Amazon for $75, or for free if you count the fact that I didn't buy those gift cards. So let's jump into the second box. The one that's beat up is actually the one that I'm a little bit worried about because the book inside I was really excited to get. So let's cut into this box here. All right. Okay. Looks like the box is beat up, but the book is not. So that's good. Oh wait, maybe I spoke too soon. Wow. Another box with no padding, none, they didn't even send the little airbags they usually send. Yeah, I can't recommend Amazon, bro. I just can't. But these books were free. So, this one is Batman, The Road to No Man's Land Omnibus, written by Chuck Dixon and a bunch of other people. This presents the entire epic storyline leading up to the hit crossover event No Man's Land that changed the heart and soul of Gotham City. This collects Azrael, Agent of the Bat 40, and then 47 through 50, Batman 553 to 562, Batman of Arkham Asylum, Tales of Madness #1, Batman Blackgate, Isle of Men #1, Batman Huntress Spoiler Blunt Trauma #1, Shadow of the Bat 73 through 82, Catwoman 56 to 57, Detective Comics 719 to 722, and 724 to 729, Nightwing 19 and 20, Robin 52 and 54, and the Batman Chronicles number 12, 14, and 15. This had a cover price of $125. I got it for $88 on Amazon. Now, my little shrink wrap is actually split right here, so thankfully there was no damage to the pages inside or to the actual hardcover. Oh, actually, it's a little dinged up here at the bottom, but I can live with that. Yeesh, maybe I can't. I'm going to open this up and show you this damage. All right. Okay, it's not that bad. But you can see right there. This thing is so heavy and unruly. But let's see. Put this right here. See if I can focus on that. All right, so now that I'm focused on the book, you can see like right here, this bottom corner is just dinged up. But I mean, for a savings of $40 off cover price, and with the fact that this wasn't readily available at all the other places, well, they were selling it on in-stock trades. Yeah, that's definitely banged up. And I mean, you don't want your books to be banged up when you pay $80 for them. Well, this case it was $90 with tax. I'm just making sure there's no actual damage to the book or its pages. There's a lot of glue on this. But yeah, so you know what? We can do a quick top-down view on these. All right, guys, so we're going to get started with the Road to No Man's Land Omnibus. I already did remove the dust jacket. Here it is, if you wanted to see it. I do like that artwork of this demolished Batcave and very sad-looking Batman. So that's pretty cool. And if you wanted to see what's on the French flaps, there's quotes. There's a quote from Bruce Wayne. It says, "All the horrors that my city has witnessed these past years have one thing in common. No one had the power to stop them. No one could turn aside the tragedy." But that's not the case today. That's a Bruce Wayne quote. And then the Batman quote. "I'll spend all my resources and myself to win the city back." Well, there we go. So, yeah. Cool stuff. I won't read this whole thing because we'd be here all night. As you can see, there's some damage to my dust jacket. I wish that's where the damage stopped, but there's actually damage to the hardcover itself. So we can look right here. You can see that. Well, you might not be able to see it based on the way the light's hitting, but there's like this dent. There's like a little wave. You can feel it. But anyway, so that's the damage. I think you can see that there. So that's the damage. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. It's just the hardcover. It's cosmetic. But that damage actually extends to the pages inside. So you can see right here. Well, maybe if I put it on the camera. You can see like right here. That's actually like extending into the pages. And this continues for like 50 pages or so, where it's like that. A little bit of separation from the glue. Because there's so much glue on this binding and it's a sewn book, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to like try to deal with the hassle of returning it to Amazon. But man, when you pay as much money as these books cost, I mean, this one had a cover price of $125. If I'd paid $125 for this book, like, I don't want anything to be wrong with it at all. Because $125 is a lot of money. That's like a light bill. For some people, that's like a car payment. Like, that's way too much money to be playing with for a book, of all things. But anyway, just going to stretch this out and show you some artwork while we're doing it. I really like this. So there's a lot of different writers in here. I know I said Chuck Dixon, but I mean, we got Alan Grant. I've seen Doug Mench's name in here. There's plenty of people. And I mean, as you guys saw when I was going over, see there's Chuck Dixon right there. When I was going over what this collects like 1 million issues. And I guess that makes sense because I know there was those Road to No Man's Land trade paperbacks, and when I saw those in the shop, I'm pretty sure there were 4 of those. Relax. Pretty sure there were 4 of those thick trades. So yeah. Oh, cool. Aparo Originals. Obviously a note or a nod to Jim Aparo. Very cool. So yeah, there's a lot of issues collected in here. Artwork looks pretty cool. I mean, it's standard 90s art stuff. Look, I mean, Batman's got a Hummer. Like, just fun stuff. I think this is just a fun era of comics. Like, you go through and every page just has something cool going on. Like, I don't know what this is, but this splash page looks cool, right? And I kind of miss that. Like, when I go through some of these older Omnis, I'm like, man, I wish I grew up with these comics and not the comics that are coming out now. No knock to today's writers, but they just don't always seem as fun. Like, the fun stories that you see nowadays tend to stand out because that's not the norm. And so I wish comics would get back to like the fun era. But it's a different crowd. There's no comic shops that kids are walking into, so you gotta be a little darker. You gotta do things that appeal to 30-year-olds or whatever. Or no, I'm 30. I'm the young one. People in my shop are like 40s and 50s and stuff. But anyway, no knock against them. But I just like this fun. It's fun for me. But anyway, whoops. Show you that eye. There is a little bit of an eye. The binding is cool, but there are so many pages. This book is so heavy. It starts to close up on you, like right there. And let's see how it does at the beginning. Oh, at least there's a table of contents. And there are some page numbers, but that's the thing with these books. Like, when they have the splash pages, like, you start losing page numbers. All right, now there's 217. Right? There's page numbers at the bottom of this one, but a lot of these, there's no page numbers on the book, so it doesn't even make sense that the table of contents references them. There's one, though. But at least there's a table of contents. As you can see, this thing is a bear trap. But I mean, I don't mind just holding the book open to read it. Some people do. And I mean, if you read Marvel Omnis, you're spoiled because you never have to do this with them. It'll be page 1, and I can just let it go, and nothing would happen. Not the case with this one. But anyway, that's that. Now let's get into this Wolverine Omni. All right, so next let's get into this Wolverine Goes to Hell Omnibus. This is written by Jason Aaron with artwork by Adam Kubert and a bunch of other people. You see the names. This one is so much easier to hold. Like, I get DC wanting to collect stuff in one volume. I know people don't buy volume 2s as much as they buy volume 1, so you got to pack it all in there. But people have to read these books, right? Like, they're not just blunt force weapons. Can we get some reasonable omnibus sizes? That's all I'm saying. But anyway, this is not, let's a rag on DC day. Let me go ahead and take this dust jacket off. Let's take a look at this hardcover. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Like that Chingy song. Oh, this is wraparound art. So let's do this. Let's look at it. Good thing I already stretched the spine. But man, look at that. That is awesome. This is clearly Wolverine fighting with, well, what appears to be Satan. I don't know, some kind of demons. So, very cool. I've never read these stories at all. And did I tell you what this thing collects? I did. It collects a bunch of stuff. I told you guys that before we did the top down. So let's thumb through this. I love this design for the table of contents, written by Jason Aaron. I'm glad that it has this Astonishing Spider-Man series with Adam Kubert there. Okay, so Adam Kubert does the Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine series, but he doesn't do the actual Wolverine. Well, some of them. Some of them. I just feel like he got top billing as if he had done like so much of the run, but he just happened to be the first one in the series. But anyway, I have this in trade paperback form. So now I can give that trade paperback away. And look at this. Look at this, DC. This is how an omnibus should open, right? I'll have to hold this. But anyway, I have this in trade paperback form. And now I have it in this omnibus. so I can get rid of that. Probably send it off as part of a giveaway here. But anyway, I don't want to spoil things, so I'm just gonna like randomly thumb through this so you guys can take a look at the artwork. Look at that cover. I like that. So it's Wolverine #1, series from 2010. I mean, from everything I've heard, this run is great. I don't think I've ever read any Jason Aaron's stories. I know he did a run on Star Wars. I'm waiting for my omnibus to come in because I finally traded in the oversized hardcovers or sold them to somebody. But yeah, I've not read any of his stuff. I know he did a huge run on Thor. I'm pretty sure he created Jane Foster. Is that right? Or maybe he's just the one that made her Thor. But anyway, never read any of this, but I hear that he's a great writer. So this is one of 3 Jason Aaron omnibus focused on Wolverine. There was Wolverine by Jason Aaron. Then there's this one, which was like Wolverine Volume 2. And then there was Wolverine and the X-Men by Jason Aaron. And like I said, I've heard nothing but great things. But those other 2 omnis are out of print, so who knows if I'll get them anytime soon. Probably not. Spoiler alert. I love that cover. I mean, what can I say? Wolverine is the best there is at what he does, right? That's what he says. And it's just exciting. I mean, Wolverine's been one of my favorite characters since I was a kid, right? Like, his costume is just iconic. The claws are iconic. The attitude, the bub, like, you know, it's just, when you're a kid, I feel like that's all you appreciate about anyone. Like, just get to the action. Don't take nothing from no one, right? Like, we grew up with the Terminator and stuff. Look at that Sentinel. They always find ways to make the Sentinels look like just super imposing, like really cool. Or intimidating, I guess I should say. But yeah, I mean, so we grew up with like action stuff like Bruce Willis, Die Hard, and Wolverine just fits right in with that. It's the same reason I'm a huge fan of Batman. Like, that Batman animated series opening gets straight to the action. It's not Superman just flying over the city looking cool. It's like, nah, let's get down here, let's get to business. You're gonna get this work today, boy. You're gonna get these claws today. So yeah, look at that. I mean, Wolverine and Kingpin. So anyway, I've said enough why I love Wolverine. And I wanted to get into some of his work, so I've got the Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1. I got to pre-order that Volume 2. I still haven't decided which cover I want on that. The Jim Lee cover is great, but I like the John Byrne cover too. But as soon as I decide which cover I want, I'll grab that on pre-ordered. And yeah, we'll keep it moving. I mean, like I said, I hang my hat on Batman and the X-Men, and this Amazon order today kind of confirms that. I'm planning on getting every Batman omnibus post-Crisis, and I don't know if I'll get every X-Men omnibus because there's a lot of them, but I'll get all the ones that I can afford and look interesting. How about that? So, very cool. I mean, you got Wolverine doing his thing. Look at this Todd McFarlane tribute right here. That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. I want to pick this up now. Now that I know it exists, I want this issue. I want to frame it. I like that. Let's look at some of these extras. Oh, we're already in the extras. So, I mean, this is just a cover gallery, it looks like. Got some very cool stuff. Look at this wraparound or connecting variant. Both of those. Oh, wait, that's kind of dark. So, yeah, look at these connecting variants. Very cool. All right, well, just no the end or nothing. Just straight to the extras. So, 70th anniversary of Captain America variant. I love this. I gotta buy this. Just lots of stuff here. I love this. This Wolverine 300. I need that. And this is why you buy Omnis, right? Because who's going to track down entire runs of comics for you, right? But you buy an omnibus, you get 20, 30, 40 issues in one book, and then they throw these extras in and you're like, oh, wait, I love that. Let me get that too. And, you know, Everybody thinks things are going to cannibalize each other, right? It's like if I read a good digital story, I'll pick it up in print. If I read a good omnibus, I'll try to pick up the single issues too. Like, it's all good. But yeah, I love when they put these designs and like rough drafts and stuff like that in these. Always cool. So yeah, lots of extras. Very populated. I like this. I love these extras. I love this. Super glad I bought this. Thanks to my job for giving me those gift cards. Because if not, I wouldn't have bought this. But I'm glad I did. So hope you saw something you like. That's going to do it for this one. But yeah, I hope you saw something you like. If not, that's cool. You can always buy what you like. Make sure you read what you buy. And be nice to others. Because kindness makes the world go round. Peace.